Good morning, everyone. We are back here in Sri Lanka. It is the start of November, and from last month, our loan payment went down to 216 on the interest, so that's good. And the property maintenance went up $1. I'm assuming because of our chickens. So it is 7:30, and let's just see how the stuff's doing. Okay, getting a little more eggs, and yeah, their food looks pretty good. So we only looks like it went down about 100 liters over the month, so that's good. We should definitely be able to keep up with that. And I just want to check in on our fields quick. Our weeds are still here, but they should be dying off. So, yep. All right. Well, I think we're gonna kick off the day by getting our fields fertilized the rest of the way. During these winter months, November, December, January, February, there's not a lot we can do to our fields. I'm hoping actually the fertilizer will take. So we are going to throw this down, make sure it's taken, and go from there. There's a chance we get through a couple months, but we'll see. Well, I'm gonna head over and pick up the fertilizer. I believe I left some over here. I'm hoping we have enough for both fields. But if we need to buy some, we need to buy some. So, fill this up. And interesting. And after some technical difficulty, aka me being silly, I got this filled up. Let's head over to this field here. Busy morning. After we get these done, fortunately, I'm gonna have to see about getting some contract work in. That's alright. Gotta make money somehow. Okay, let's just get started. Alrighty. I just wanted to double check and make sure that the fertilizer was getting taken on that field, and that looked like it was. So we're gonna quickly knock out our second field over here and then switch it up for the day. And all right, now we are finishing up one last pass here. I think we'll have a couple touch-ups to make at the end. But yeah, during that we had to run to the store and get some more fertilizer because we ran out. And while I was there, I realized we are going to need a front loader on this tractor soon. So that we can get some pallet forks on there, because our eggs, that's how we're going to have to be moving them, is with a pallet fork. So I'll look at the price of stuff. There's a chance we could just get a forklift, but I don't know the price on those compared to getting the front loader and the pallet fork attachment. So after we finish up this and make sure we got all the spots, I might run over to the store and see how much we need, and then kind of prepare for that with the contracts we'll be taking care of today. So let's get this put away. And first, let's make sure we hit every spot. And of course, there's one little spot over there we left. So, oh, and up top. Okay. I'm gonna hit those two spots quick and then head over to the shop and we can take a look at our options. Okay, here we are at the shop, and let's get right into here. And so front loaders, looks like, okay, 7,500, and then front loader tools plus an additional 1,700. Okay, so we're looking at 9,200 or forklift. Oh yeah, we'll stick with the 9,200, and I think there's a fee that they have to charge for putting it on our vehicle, so we'll see. Double check this. Nothing. That'd be nice, but okay. Perfect. And while I'm here, I'm gonna peek in at the contract board and see if there's any work that needs to get done today and make us some money so we can get the front loader put on our John Deere. Alright, there was quite the contract on the board, and I'm really excited about it. This is all the equipment we're going to be needing. I am borrowing it, and today we are going to be doing some harvesting, some corn harvesting. So the good news, this contract is right by the house. It's actually just right there. And it's going to take us a while, but the payout is going to be phenomenal. $18,000. It's a very large field. It's going to take some time, but I cannot say no to that kind of money. That'll not only give me the front loader I need for the John Deere, I can also get some of the loan paid off. And then on top of that, I was looking at power washers for the implements that we have, and because we got to keep our tools clean to keep them running. So this is going to be a long process, but I'm excited, and I know that payout will make it all worth it. So I'm gonna get this lined up, and I'll probably throw in a podcast and just get to farming. Let me make sure I got this all set up correctly. We are running. Feels good. I wish this was our field that we were harvesting, but still feels good to be harvesting it all. And we'll knock this out and come out with a pretty chunk of change. So we're just gonna get right to it. And while we're up here, I think I'm just going to unload. We're at 88% capacity on this thing, so we are gonna see how this works out. Pull up the semi and just get right back into it. This is gonna take us a while, but that money at the end is gonna look so nice. So I'm gonna park this here and run over and pick up the semi to load all the goods up. And yeah, so I gave the person who we're doing this for is Katie, and I gave Katie a call to see where she wanted this sold at, and she told me she had a deal for a certain number. I can't remember what the number was, but she had a deal with the place to give them a certain number. And basically she said if we get there and get over that number, that whatever the surplus is, we can have. So yeah, she said we can have it, sell it, find a place to sell whatever we'd like to do with it. So I'm not exactly sure what my plan is yet for it, but that was nice. And we'll see. There's a chance that we hit that number with the field. It might come out exact. So, but I'm gonna turn this guy around and then get this unloaded. So there we go. Oh yeah, looks like we will be making multiple trips. That's good. I'd rather have to make multiple trips and get that extra corn. So let's get back in this. Let's just get right back to it. And that is another harvester full. So we are going to turn this around. Get it unloaded. Okay, the semi here is almost all the way full. So we are gonna go drop this off at the cell location. And I don't exactly know where that is. Let me check the map. Okay, it's just up the road near Field 21, it looks like. So, should be able to take these side roads to get up there. Drop this all off for Katie, and then continue on with harvest. And then this will give us an idea on how close we are, on if we're going to be able to get a little bit of surplus out of this, which would be great. We could, even if it's just a couple grand, and get us to $20,000 made for the day. Loan, front loader, and power washer. If we can get all those today, that would be awesome. And our equipment cleaned up. Like, there's just not much to do in the winter time, so that would be something good. I would not mind getting a garage built, but getting a little ahead of myself. But yeah, that one storage area we have just does not have enough room for equipment. So let's see. So we are gonna finish unloading this, head back to the field, and finish our harvest. Let's head on back. So we just got back, unloaded the truck, and we're just gonna power through this field and knock the rest of it out, and hopefully get the most of this in one truckload. So here goes nothing.
are finishing up on our last pass of this field. It is now 3 o'clock, so we've had quite the day here. Just finishing this up. Perfect. Get this turned off. We will hopefully try to fit all of this into the truck and go from there. For some reason this doesn't all fit. I honestly have no idea if it will or not. If it doesn't, I might just drive this up to the silo sell point and see if we can dump it straight from the harvester. And if not, we'll figure out a plan B once we get to that. So let's see what we got. A little too far. Alright. I'm just gonna bring this around. We can't fit through there, so I'm gonna bring this around, take it back to the shop real quick. I'm going to get in the trailer and we'll go check in at the sell point. Alrighty, just pulling up at this sell point here, so getting this first little bit unloaded. Now getting the middle unloaded. Wow. Wow. I don't know what Katie was thinking. She has a contract to just sell a certain number of liters to this company, and that's all. She said I could take the rest, and I talked to them, and they were short $13,000, and that's not even from doing the work for Katie. That's just the price they gave me for the surplus of corn that I had. So that is not what I was expecting, but man, that's gonna be a huge help. So I'm gonna go get this put away. Gonna go talk to Katie and collect the money from her, and then we're gonna be looking all right. I really want to make more purchases, but I think we just got to focus on that loan first. That way everything we make coming into next year is going to be all profit for us, and we won't have to be giving it away to the bank. So I'm going to check in. I'll go meet with Katie, and then I'm going to head back to the farm. Okay, we made it back here. Checked with Katie, and now we're sitting at $35,000. Food's looking good for the chickens. And so what I'd like to do now is we're gonna need to be moving those pallets soon. Obviously it doesn't look like we have a lot of eggs now, but as we get more chickens in, these will fill up a little quicker, and we're gonna need a method of loading those, which means we're gonna need some pallet forks. So I'm gonna take this over to the shop, this John Deere, and I think I'm gonna get it equipped with a front loader, and we'll get the pallet forks and go from there. So we can leave this here, mosey on over, and yeah, they have a little garage here at the store. They told me to pull up to the back side, and they'll get me squared away with what I need. So just pull right in here. Let's go talk to them and let them know what we want done. Okay. General maintenance on it is $878, so I think we're just going to do that. And I'm not too worried about the paint, but let's customize this and see. So, 3-point front loader. $1,500 for that. spend the 1500. I'm okay with that. Perfect. And there we go. Another little entry into my journal of Zilanka. So let's pull this up front. We got that ready to go. And let's get ourselves equipped with the pallet forks. Go on over here. So we need a front loader, and we bought the quickie, so we'll do this again. Color. And how about we just make it match? John Deere green. John Deere green. That's fine. Perfect. Buy that. And we also wanted to get the pallet fork. So let's get that purchased. And 9200 like we talked about, plus the 1500 to throw this on, so not too bad. And especially with that extra money we got, I'm not too worried about it. And then we can also get these products of ours, we can get them out of the shop's parking lot and bring them back to our house and throw them in the shed. Perfect. So actually I'm gonna do that. Perfect. We'll get these seeds taken back. I think we'll just end up throwing them in this shed here. So I'm gonna get that done and then I will meet back here. Okay, we got all these guys loaded up into the shed. We'll close this up. It's not an ideal shed. I just feel like we can't fit a lot in there, but I'm gonna mosey back over to the shop. There's one item I've been eyeballing. I really like to take care of my equipment, so I think it's time for us to get a power washer. So we're gonna buy this bad boy. It's not cheap, but keeping our equipment clean, and I think that's just gonna help the longevity of it, keeping it maintained. So I'm just gonna push this back over to the shop slowly but surely. Alright, we got it here, and we're gonna test this bad boy out. Start spraying down equipment and getting it all cleaned up. Yeah, you can see some of the paint chipping away on there, but that's just part of the wear and tear. We bought it used, and so that's just part of the game, but everything else looks good. It's all nice and clean. That's good. This back here. Let's take this over to the rest of our equipment. We'll just get it all cleaned up while we have some free time. So as I finished up power washing, I was talking to Walter. He noticed I was taking care of the equipment. So Walter brought up a good point to me. Said the winter time, especially December, January, February, the equipment that we're taking care of now, it's going to be sitting outside in the elements, and leaving it outside like that, it's just going to, unfortunately, it's going to start to deteriorate at a much higher rate. He said we need to get some sort of, even if it's just a cover, we need to get something to put a roof over these guys, at least to block out the snow. So I'm gonna pop over to the shop and see what we can do about getting some sort of shed put in. Okay, so I was speaking with the guys at the shop, and they pulled up this mapping system for us. So this is just kind of a Google Earth-esque type deal, but we were taking a look at the land and trying to plot out where it was going to go. And they're actually asking me if I use this little shed here very often. And I told them not really. I just put stuff in there for the first time with the fertilizer and the seeds. And they basically said if I don't use it, they can actually use these materials, and they'll haul this one out, and you know, they'll disassemble it, get this one out of there, and they'll pay me for the lumber, and then we can put in a new one. So I think that's a good deal. So I'm gonna just sell this off, have them come out and collect the lumber, and then I don't know if we'll be able to get the new one up tonight. We'll see. But we're gonna try to get that new shed put up tonight. We're just going with it's half open, but at least it's covered. It's better than having nothing, and it's all we really can afford right now. But I'm gonna go talk to them and let them know I'm ready to sell this, and we'll go from there. All right, we got that all hauled off, or they did, I should say. They sent people over to come collect it, so we got a little bit of cash. Oops. Probably should turn on my lights. And we're gonna head over here, talk to them about the options, see if we can get anything done for the winter time, and go from there. Okay, it took some time. Got with the guys. It was all pretty much prefab stuff that they had on stock, so it did not take long at all. We got the whole team out from the shop, and this is what we came away with. So something quick, and we can get up. Said there is a piece in the back. We can close up the back actually, so that's nice if we needed to. But I'm gonna get all of our stuff packed in as tightly as possible, and then I'm ready for bed. What a long day. Well, okay, everything is now squeezed into the shed. It is very cramped, but we will make do for now. There is expansion for this we can get. I was talking to him about, but we'll see. So there were 2 trees here. We had to remove those. They stacked them over here for now and just left them for me. So, but that's something we'll take care of next month. And looking at the forecast, I'm glad we got this done, because it actually looks like it's going to be snowing here in the next few hours, and who knows how long that'll go. So very cramped, but we'll just have to make do. Then put all of our goods under here, and that's that. So the chickens should have enough feed. Yep, have enough feed. And that was a busy day. Oh, last thing. Here at the bank, hopped online, and we will just pay 5,000 back, so we're now down to 60,000. I know we were aiming for 10 with everything, but after that new shed, and had to pay them for the trees and a couple other landscaping things, brought down our money a little too much. We need to keep some on hand, so went down to 60,000, got that paid off. But we've had quite the November, and December we're gonna try to get those trees taken care of and go from there. So I'm Original Farming, and I'll see you on the next one.